Test. Check. All right. And a good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for joining us here on the SUNY Potsdam Bearcats. We kick things off this afternoon with Potsdam women's hockey. The back end of a home-and-home series early on in the NEWHL campaign with the Plattsburgh Cardinals. They come in third ranked. Plattsburgh really, I guess, pulled out, if you can put it that way, a 4-1 win over Potsdam in Plattsburgh yesterday afternoon.
Yeah, yes, indeed. And again, that is third ranked nationally. There's no doubt about it. This is the gold standard of women's hockey at this level. Bears get an opportunity to see them multiple times throughout the year. But last night, Bears gave it a pretty solid effort up in Plattsburgh. Late in the second period, it was a 0-0 game, and they were able to squeak out a 4-1 victory, all but putting quite a few shots on goal. They were Ellie Zerfluth, 45 for Potsdam, and it was Nurse who saw 23 Potsdam shots in the course of that game. Potsdam outshot Plattsburgh 12-10 in the third period. So putting a solid effort on. We talked about this Bear club, well coached, has a nice mixture of veteran strength and some newcomers. We like the way they play, but they're backstopped by one of the best goaltenders in the league, I feel.
2-1 are the Bears entering today's game, which is just underway with an opening face-off win by the Bears. They'll look to chip it through center ice. Short pass out the backhand. Looking ahead on the left wing side for Carly Green. Cards will get it, dump it in, thanks to Julia Masada. She's a 5'1 senior from Tewksbury, Mass. Previously played at Norwich University, one of the Cardinals' nemesis, if you will. Half a minute in, no score here. Play in the Potsdam zone, and it will be deflected down the ice, so icing is waved off. Benjamin back there ahead of Green, and the Cards will let it ride all the way out to the red line, right wing side, picked up there. A rush by Masada down the right side. That's broken up. It'll be cleared out to center, and Benjamin will reset to the defense. Now a rush down the right wing side once again. Here comes Wall on the weak side. She's looking to set up out in front. The puck stays on the outside. Here's a tip just left of the slot, and that goes wide of the net. Fed out in front again. Cards cannot get the backhander away, and it will be led up the ice but not out of the zone by Potsdam's Kaylee Merrill. She had the lone goal in Potsdam's loss at Plattsburgh yesterday. Plattsburgh controlling possession of the play here early on, so looking for their first shot on goal. The Bears are able to chip it out to center ice. Cardinals still need to clear from that offside. I'm surprised that the arm wasn't up there. Here comes Merrill in. Merrill trying to use her defender as a screen, ridden off the play before she could get the shot away. Cardinals lead it back into the Potsdam zone. It'll be met there first by Potsdam's Megan Sheehan. Here come the Bears on the rush out with Sarah Barrett and company. Boy, this puck is hopping all over the place on this fresh ice this afternoon. Cooler out today than it's been, but still mid-50s here at game time. 2.5 minutes just about gone by, no score. Here in Potsdam, puck down the ice for an icing against the Bears.
Pretty good solid start for the Bears here. Nothing to really report. Not much action on Ellie Zerfluth. The play kind of stayed on the perimeter. Bears playing solid defensively inside their own end, and good stick work. But you can see how this Plattsburgh club that comes in, they're number 3 ranked nationally, and they move the puck very, very well.
We're also keeping tabs on the Potsdam basketball teams. Both are in action at this point in time, both into the second half with their 1 o'clock starts in their respective second-round games in the tournaments. They're at the ladies in Plattsburgh, the men at Hilbert down in Hamburg. Here's Potsdam now bringing it out with a rush down the right side, broken up as they try to steer it into the middle. Now we're seeing a tight checking game here already. As tight a checking game as can be had here at the women's level. And not a whole lot of room in which to operate either way here. 3 minutes in, no score between Potsdam and Plattsburgh. Women's college hockey settled at the point right side by the Bears. Rebecca Holmes will launch one wide of the net, and the puck will come out along the blue line. Bears will reset. Push into the zone, doesn't last for long. Backhanded out by the Cards. They will go for a full change. as the Bears, with some time and space in which to operate out of their own end. Pass up to the right side, intended for Jane Rowell, but it hops over her stick, and the Cards will bring it out center ice to the Potsdam blue line. Slowed down there, but followed up on by Calhoun. Stick checked off of her stick. Here comes Megan Teachout. Teachout with some wheels, but offsides on the right wing is Carly Green.
Yeah, perhaps the fastest skater on the Bears team, Megan Teachout. Nice set of hands to go with that speed. Plays that one-on-one very, very nicely. Just a hair outside for that face-off, just outside the offensive zone for the Bears.
And Coach, if you're looking at by chance down at these stats from the men's basketball game, which I have up in front of me, whoever's keeping stats down at Hilbert has the teams backwards, so the Bears are actually down by 10 right now.
Okay.
It's really strange.
How did you figure that out?
Well, looking at some of the scoring plays here, three-pointers from Michael Litchfield and Jordan Cord with a layup, they do not play for Potsdam.
Okay, all right.
That much I know. The Potsdam women are down to Kovalskill by 8 points right now. They're early in the third quarter as well. Here's 0-0 Thompson from the left point. Her wrister didn't have a whole lot on it. Tipped off into the corner. Gathered over there. Centering pass. Gets through a crowd to the half wall near side. Cards continue to apply some zone pressure. Center pass out front. That is in behind the player they were looking for. Now Carly Green is out with it. Green down into the right wing corner. Green now with some support off the bench, including Emily Delaneve, and now out to the right point, swung across to the left. And that's where it will be taken here by Taylor Swamp. Swamp dumps it in behind the net. Plattsburgh controls. Down the ice it will go. Long enough for icing? No. Waved off, says the official across the way. Bears cycle back. Swamp dumps it up to center, and it's off the body of Boric. She'll chase it down in the Bears zone. Defensive zone for Potsdam. Bears doing a good job so far of largely keeping this puck to the outside. With a little over 5 minutes gone by in this game. I don't know if we've even had a shot on goal yet. We have not. There's one right there. That's going to come in on the Potsdam netminder. Ellie Zerflus getting the back-to-back starts. Here comes Potsdam down ice. A late breaking 2-on-1. Centering pass in behind the net. And it's going to come all the way around to the half wall. Bears with numbers strong on the right side. Trying to dig it out of the corner. And still working on it, but Plattsburgh gets some numbers back, and they're going to play takeaway here and lead it up the left. The Cardinals bring it in. And swept off into the corner, off the stick of Maddie Norton. And the Bears will regain control here with Olivia Chambers. Liv banks it off the glass, but not out. Balfour with a good keep in right there. It's dangerous out in front of the net. The shot and a blocker save there by Ellie Zerflu off the Potsdam turnover. There's Chambers once again trying to catch up to that puck, but the Cards hold at the point. Knocked down in front. Sent up to the blue line, but not out. Chambers called on once again. She'll backhand it now, and it's turned over to Plattsburgh with a centering pass, I guess. Maybe a shot attempt that got deflected before it could reach net. Through the blue and back to the Potsdam goal now. On it for Plattsburgh is Rivers Norris. Make that Morris with a shot right there. We have a penalty coming up here. It's going to be against Potsdam as the Cards have pulled their netminder for the extra attacker. Here's Morris. And there's the touch by Potsdam player in the slot. With 12:56 to go in the first power play belonging now to the Plattsburgh Cardinals.
Yeah, that's going to be Livy Chambers going off for that penalty. She was mixing it up in front with the Plattsburgh forward. Couple of little jousting going back and forth between the two, but she got the last shot in, which was a cross check behind the back, knocking the player down. But the Bears doing a nice job here so far, matching up pretty well, I think, with the Plattsburgh Cardinals skating. They've been able to keep them to the outside, but we'll see how the PK works.
Benjamin at the left point gathers the puck off the boards and just dumps it down into the corner for Krausenek. Now back to the corner once again. And pass to stick of Morton. That was a too hot to handle pass. And down the ice it will go. Thank you, Cardinals, for that clear. 32 seconds into their power play. First of the game. Benjamin enters the zone with speed. Left circle comes to a stop. Looking to hand it off to Krausenek. Instead goes cross ice. There's a shot and a power play goal for the Cards.
Moved the puck around the perimeter. Finally got it across the seam. Nice quick shot. Was that Krausenek? Do you think that got that?
I think maybe Krausenek on a tip.
Well, got the quick shot away nonetheless, and perhaps a redirect. Cardinals jump out to that lead with 12:10 to go in the first period. That was a power play marker. Currently and unofficially out shooting Potsdam 4-0 in this first go around.
So 7:50 the time of the goal. And now here's another turnover to the Cardinals out in front. Can't get the shot away. It will be Krausenek on the goal at the 7:50 mark. Thompson, left point, off a stick out in front, off her skate rather, kept alive right point, fed down in front. That was a little hopper right there that Zerflu had to be wary of, and she was. 1-0 Cards, a first period lead on a power play goal from Krausenek. Cards rushing the net. Bears having a tough time clearing. Finally they'll be able to, but only momentarily. It's going to be dumped in, and the Cards have to check off the delayed offside.
Cardinals shaking off the bus legs here a little bit, playing much faster and much better here in the last 3 minutes. Thought the Bears were matching up pretty well in the early part of the first period, but Cardinals really starting to show their skill right now.
Tip in by Krausenek. She will follow it down into the right wing corner. Pinned down there by Liv Chambers. Mazada comes in there. Digs the puck out in front. Weak shot. Knocked away by Zerflu. Follow-up try. This is going to be banked off the boards by Megan Mills in back of her own net, but Plattsburgh continues to cycle well with the puck. Out to center point. Benjamin will dump it down low. Around the boards toward the back of the net before it's picked up by the Bears. Here comes Potsdam on a move to the far boards by Keeley Town. She can't control it for very long. Bears will clear it. This is going to be down the ice and just wide of the goal by about 1.5 feet for Nysick.
A lot of zone time for the Bears. For the Cardinals. When the Bears get control of the puck, they look to reverse it, but it isn't working because the player is not behind the net to receive that, and it has too much steam on it, and it goes over into the free corner where Plattsburgh has been winning the one-on-one battles in that offside corner. So the Bears have got to, if they're going to reverse it, they have to make sure that the player is there to receive the pass.
So the Bears will try up the left side again, lifted up and out. Here comes Megan Mills. Mills ahead into the corner. One of the Cards gets back there to make sure she is well covered. Potsdam with a move toward goal, cut off low slot, redirected toward the corner, and here comes Wall. Wall, full head of steam, left side all the way into the corner, centers it, and that's knocked away before her trailing teammate can get to it. That was Riley Calhoun. Bears again trying to keep this puck to the outside, but the Cards going to be right out in front, and it's going to be a goal up and over the right shoulder off the glove of Ellie Zerflu. Just a floater.
Yeah, that was a floater. It got up there. I think it was knocked in the net, maybe, but even by a Potsdam player. That might be Bork, who is going to get credit for the goal there. If you were going to review this, you may want to be checking for a high stick, but I do think the high stick was as a result of Potsdam trying to knock the puck away. But credit's going to go for Plattsburgh, who's going to get their second. That'll be an even strength goal with 9:31 to go. They have a power play marker to put them on the board, and an even strength goal, I think, by Boric will pick up the second goal of the afternoon.
You are correct on that call. Unassisted goal at the 10:29 mark. 2-0 Cards on a tough luck goal right there against the Bears. Here comes Plattsburgh into the Potsdam zone. Let's see if Potsdam can start skating here with a little more confidence. They seemed a little tentative here over the last several minutes. Credit a lot of that, of course, to the Cardinals and their skating abilities. There's a big hit there to take Genie off the puck. And that's going to be a penalty coming up here against the Bears.
Teachout is going to go off, I believe. That's an interference call. We saw one last night, collision. Whoever was the instigator of that collision, there was no doubt about it. That was a pretty solid hit there. But Megan Teachout, who I think is going into the box, is such a quick skater. Aggressive in the way that she plays the game, was going hard after what she anticipated to be a loose puck, and then there was that collision. So, nonetheless, the Bears are going to be down. It is Megan Teachout in the box, one of the Bears' better players. Face-off is going to be to the right of goaltender Ellie Zerflu, the junior from Colorado.
Megan Teachout, of course, transferring in here from Oswego State midseason last year. Made an immediate mark and is really leading the team in a lot of ways early on in this campaign. Bears don't want to get down 3-0 here in the first, but they got to fend off this power play. Tip try with an open net on the left side is awry, thankfully, for Potsdam. As Plattsburgh continues to control here on the power play, Nicole Unsworth. With that missed tip down in front, she sets up on the weak side again, and it hops over her stick. Oh, Bears better be a little more mindful of number 20 out there. Here's Wasik. She's a dangerous player, too, out at the point. Feeds down in the corner. Cross-ice pass. That's cut off by Zerflu, and she'll hold on for the save.
Yeah, good puck possession by the Cardinals there. That was Sierra Wall who took that shot from below the goal line looking for a deflection to come out in front. Ellie Zerflu squared up nicely to that. That was in the previous offensive rush, but the Bears have done a pretty solid job here so far. There's a turnover.
Right in on goal. Zerflu swats at it, gets it behind her net. And the Cardinals will keep possession of it with Unsworth. Left corner. Unsworth skating in. Comes to the slot, looking for an opening, drops it back for Wasik. Left side goes the pass for Katarina. Katarina loses it. Bears will bank it up and out of the zone. The Bears finding a tough time maintaining any kind of possession here against these Cardinals, who are very assertive on the forecheck.
Yeah, no question. Very quick sticks. You'll notice that they're stick checking very well. That is a kind of a key to the game of hockey today, is especially in the women's game with not as much body contact, but you'll see that in the men's game as well. The stick checks are very, very prominent these days.
Potsdam had a bit of a rush going with Sarah Barrett, but broken up. Here comes a shot from center point by Norton. That is off a stick out in front, redirected wide of the net. Cardinals control here 20 seconds ago in their second power play. Scoring on their first, and then a fluke of a goal has them up 2-0. Here comes Potsdam on a breakout with Megan Mills. Mills run it down into the corner. She gets run off of the play. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and the penalty is over. We're back to 5-on-5 as the Cards bring it deep into Potsdam territory. Cardinals operating left side shot. That's off maybe skimmed off the back of the left post. In behind the net, continues along, does the play. For Krausenek, she scored their first goal. There's a shot and a goal from Boric, her second straight.
Second straight goal, a snipe, no doubt about it. She got a lot on it. I didn't think Ellie squared up very quickly on that, but nonetheless, that was a terrific shot off a terrific pass there. Krausenek found Boric off to the right-hand side, and she made no mistake on that wrist shot as she was able to put the Cardinals up 3-0 here with 6:38 to go in this first period. Might even see a quick timeout by the coaching staff of Potsdam. Doesn't look like that's going to happen, but
Ivy Boric, her second straight goal for the senior from Newport Beach, California. 3-0 Cardinals, 6.5 to go in the first. The Bears just not finding much room in which to operate. They'll try to carry in on the right side. In behind the Plattsburgh goal. Minded this afternoon by Lil Anise, who is yet to see an official shot on goal from her opponents here at Potsdam. As Swamp pinches up, gets the puck again, clears on a second attempt. Ahead it will go for Kaylee Merrill. Merrill swings it across left wing side. That is where Rebecca Kane is. Kane in behind the net, lost the puck. Emily Delany trying to get on it. Puck is cleared out center. Swamp up the middle. Bears are offside. They check up as the Cardinals carry out and dump it in as they go for a full change. Plattsburgh very much the quicker of the two teams for most of this first period. Here's Carly Green. She's got some quicks, chips it ahead for herself, but overskates the puck on a nice pin to the boards there by that Cardinal defender. Bears will look to reset. Back in their own end, Green comes back. Not the greatest pass, but the Bears will take it anyway and bank it out to center ice. Balfour on it for Plattsburgh, who leads 3-0 here in the first period. 5 minutes left in it. Teach out along with Riggy down in the corner. Riggy works the puck free. Teach out helps it out for Carly Green. Green motoring in left side, tries to poke it by for herself, and it's kind of a tough thing to do against this Plattsburgh team. Here comes Schmelzer in. Left corner, centering pass looking for the tip. That didn't miss by much. Here come the Bears. They're going to dump it to the Plattsburgh blue. Bears wanted to get a full change here, but that puck did not clear as far as they thought it might. Now it's going to be carried along by Liv Chambers. Bears will finally look to complete that change as the puck comes trickling in toward goal and touched on here by Nice.
The story of this team so far in this year, as far as I can see, and even despite the quality that you're seeing from Plattsburgh, is that the Bears continue to try these one-on-one moves. You see the offensive opportunities coming in. They've got to get the puck on net. You can shoot it. Don't try to beat that last defender by that one-on-one move and get poke checked and not have anything to show for you gaining the hard work to get into that offensive zone. So a little bit of a good forecheck there. It was snuffled off to the side and shut down. But, you know, again, there's a time for a one-on-one move and there's a time not to. You've got to take advantage of shoot the puck through the defender, get the puck deep, forecheck it, get it out in front. But Bears continuing to try to do those one-on-one moves.
The latest example of that was Carly Green bringing the puck down the left side. She has Josie Purdy coming up the middle with her, and Green decided to try to poke that puck by her defender, and Plattsburgh just too good with their sticks. Here's a dump in, no icing here, into the Plattsburgh defensive zone with 3:35 to play in the first period. Cardinals 3, Bears no score. Krauseneck in, centering pass, a beauty right on goal as the tip, and Ellie Zerflu saw that one all the way.
Boy, that was a beautiful pass from Krauseneck, who found the Masada in front of the net. Good save by Zerflu.
Cards fire one in wide from the right side and another one in from atop the left circle that I think Zerflu may have gotten a piece of. Cards continue to cycle. Here's Borick back on the ice. 2 goals for her already here in this first period, which has 3 minutes left in it. Out in front for Unsworth, swept away. Cards are all over the Bears here in this first period. Backhanding attempt, and it's going to be Zerflu with a big save that, I'll tell you what, Ellie Zerflu being tested here from all angles.
That was Sierra Wall coming in from the corner. That's her second opportunity in this first period to come from behind the goal line and try to get an offensive opportunity. That one was the best of the 2 that I've seen. She came up really unobstructed from the corner right in front, and Zerflu had to make the play. Potsdam did not have a defender anywhere in sight to try to stop that.
Shot through a crowd, finally makes its way in on goal where Zerflu puts the glove down on it. 2:45 to go in the first.
And you've got that Sierra Wall is a junior from Stoneham, Mass. She's a University of New Hampshire transfer. Has a good hockey sense. You can see her playing well.
Face-off win for a wall. Back to Thompson, left point. Down in front, skipping around, and Zerflu will pounce on that one to her left.
Redirect off a skate. Had to be on the game to keep that puck out of the net here. 2:41 to go. Ellie Zerflu seeing 13 shots unofficially, and the Bears unofficially have not been able to label a shot on goal yet in this game.
Another face-off win for the Cardinals, but the Bears get to it quickly as well. Zerflu swats away from the side of the net. Lifted off into the left corner, out to the blue line. Good body down here by Thompson. Now the puck will come out thanks to Megan Teachout. Teachout 1 against 2. Tries to get the shot. Gets through. And can't get the follow-up shot on goal. First shot was cut down right away, but it kept going in her favor. Now down in the slot. That's knocked away, and the Cardinals will skate out with it. Here comes Emma McLean. Drops it off for Stum probably is her name. Directed wide of the right post. Under 2 to go. Big shot here off the stick, up and out of play.
Balfour with a good quick release from the point, hitting a stick. Directed out of play. That's going to come out of the zone, I believe, for a neutral zone face-off, perhaps. No, I guess not. Face-off inside the Bear zone.
Coming up in our first intermission, we'll check in on Potsdam basketball, both of those games, men's and women's. Getting close to ending, it looks like. The men with about 8 minutes to go in pretty good shape. The women down by 15, approaching the mid part of the fourth quarter. We'll catch up on those. We'll also be looking ahead to the Potsdam men's hockey game coming up here against Brockport at 5 o'clock. Meanwhile, puck is out to center ice. Settled and moved forward a little bit here by Rebecca Kane before turning it back over the Cards. Cardinals dump it in again. Bears looking to protect that puck down in the corner. Fed around the boards for Jane Rowell. Puck, nice save there by Balfour. Save as in keeping that puck alive along the blue line. Now the Bears will work it out of their own end. Emily Delaney dumps it in wide of the net. Bears rush Rowell and Rebecca Kane in. Kane short side shot, tough angle, and that's swatted away by Nice. Here is Krausenek. Open the scoring here this afternoon. In behind the goal, centered. Touched aside here by Ellie Zerflu. Wasik winds, fires, one-timer, off the mark, probably looking for a tip. With half a minute to go here in the first period. Somebody better pick up this player looking for a wraparound try. And that dies at the side of the net. Time enough for Kaylee Merrill to pick it up and look to motor out down the right side. She's being ridden to the boards. No call there as she's hauled down. Cross ice and the Cards will get another entry here. 2 against 3. Shot blocked by Liv Chambers. Chambers working her tail off here in this first period, no doubt. And this first period comes to a close. After one period of play, it's the Plattsburgh Cardinals 3 and the Potsdam Bears no score.
Well, the good news in that period is the Bears did get a shot on goal finally. So 13-1, Cardinals in favor of their shots here in the first period, and they're also taking a sizable lead into the locker room after one, leading 3-0, with Ivy Borick with a couple of goals, Krasnick with a goal, and a power play marker mixed in there somewhere. But you can see the Cardinals ranking. They're living up to their reputations, skating very, very well, moving the puck around the perimeter, finding the open person, shots on goal. Again, Ellie Zerflu very, very busy, but she's been solid in the goal here, and so we'll see what the next period brings.
Coming up later on this afternoon, we'll have men's college hockey for you here on the SUNY Potsdam Bearcats and also on Mix 96.1 radio locally. And that will be the Potsdam Bears hosting the Brockport Golden Eagles, and that'll be a 5 o'clock start. Potsdam losing a tough one here on home ice in their home opener to nationally ranked Geneseo last night. 7-1 was the final in that one. Well, the Brockport Eagles were being clobbered over in Plattsburgh at the same time, 9-2 at the hands of the Cards. So a couple of pretty hungry teams are going to go chin to chin at 5 o'clock.
Big time game here at 5 o'clock. If there's ever a must win, it's going to be that one. We talked a little bit about it last night. The Bears have seen 3 nationally ranked teams in this early part of the season and have not been successful against them. They've got a team that they hope they could to compete with all year long, looking for a playoff spot, and they've got to get on the board. And this team that they're going to see this afternoon is a game that I'm not going to say they should win. It's a game that they can win. And here in their home barn, they better take advantage of it, because the next time they're going to see them at Brockport. So
here come the official numbers for us, Coach. Thank you. And what are they going to show us other than what we've managed to talk about already?
Well, the Cardinals will get on the board at 7:50 of the first period. That was a power play marker from Sarah Krausneck. Ivy Borick would pick up her 2nd assist of the year, and Sierra Benjamin would pick up her 6th assist of the year to support that power play marker. Then again at 10:29, even strength goal, Ivy Borick would pick up her 5th goal of the year. Sierra Wall would pick up the lone assist on that goal. 13:22, Cardinals would finish the scoring for the period. An even strength marker, Ivy Borick with her 2nd consecutive goal and her 6th of the year. Krausneck would pick up her 7th assist, along with Sierra Benjamin picking up her 7th assist on the year. Shots on goal officially in that first period had the Cardinals outshooting the Bears 16-1. Only two penalties in the period. Livia Chambers would go off for 2 minutes at cross-checking. That came at 7:04. And then Megan Teachout would go out for the Bears. An interference call that came at 10:57.
Let's catch you up on Potsdam basketball. The women playing at the Plattsburgh tip-off tournament. In the second round game, Bears came back last night to force overtime and ended up winning in overtime over Wesley. Right now, the Bears are down by 11 with just about 5 minutes to play in the fourth. Let's see if they can rally again today. Right now, it's Cobleskill 68 and Potsdam 57. Meanwhile, the Potsdam men, I think, are trailing to Morrisville 82-68. This is the backwards lineup here on the live stats.
Is that the men?
Yeah. So the Potsdam guys down by 14 right now. The women down by 11. We'll have finals on that one before our game is done, certainly.
Perhaps I missed it. How did the men do last night?
The men lost by 12, I think it was. I was watching the end of that game online.
Okay.
Bears took a 4-point lead in halftime against 23rd ranked RPI.
Okay.
But RPI turned up the scoring in the second half and held on for the victory in that first round game. And right now the Morrisville Mustangs, who lost pretty well to host Hilbert, look to have an 82-70 lead with 5:42 to play in second half there.
If you're sure of the scoring.
Is so straight. It's so weird to look at this. The live stats that we follow are good really for basketball and hockey. And whoever's doing the live stats at Hilbert this afternoon for this game between Morrisville and Potsdam has the teams mixed up on their live stats feed. Not only in the banner score, but also on the scoring plays. So you'll see the Mustangs logo and a layup with a green background, and it's a Potsdam player that just scored. So the Bears are down by 10 with 5 minutes to go. Let's leave it at that.
All right.
All right. Make sure you are with us all season long here on the SUNY Potsdam Bearcast with coverage of every single Potsdam home game and many games, basketball and hockey, also carried live on Mix 96.1, which will be joining us for our 5 o'clock broadcast of Potsdam men's hockey against Brockport. Well, that seems to catch you up on first period and beyond. And with that, we will take this break. Second period, you can see the clock right now, about 9 minutes away from now. Until then, thanks for joining us. 3-0 Cardinals over the Potsdam Bears after 1 period of play. moves back out on the ice. Potsdam and Plattsburgh. The Cardinals carrying a 3-0 lead into the second period. Coach, it was just a matter of the Cardinals, I think, imposing their will more than anything else.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Strong team, and the Bears coming off, a tough loss up in Plattsburgh, maybe a little heavy on the travel legs coming home last night. However, they did sleep in their own bed, so should have a little bit of an advantage. But I thought that when they started off, the first 5 minutes was very solid for both teams, but Plattsburgh really went away with it as that period wore on.
Cardinals eventually off the face-off. Olshansky keeps wide in behind the net now. Comes near side, turns, fires one on goal. Glove stop for Ellie Zerflu.
You can see that the Bears were trying to pack it in a little bit in front. They gave her all sorts of room around the outside, letting Ellie Zerflu do what she does best and square up to the shots, and she made a nice save there.
Face-off win by the Cardinals. Poked out. Bears and a chance at a break. Here comes Carly Green. Green in, shoots, save, rebound, and back of the net. Bears had a 2-0 there at the end. But Green, that was pretty much her shot as it was anyway. Meanwhile, here comes Krauseneck to counter for Plattsburgh. Weak shot from a tough angle, glove down into the opposite corner by Zerflu. Down the ice, icing coming up here against the Bears.
Carly Green coming right in, really didn't challenge Nice to move one way or another. She just shot it, perhaps trying to go between the legs there, but really all Nice needed to do was just square up to the shot, and she did.
Face off again to the right of Ellie Zerflu. Back-to-back starts here for Zerflu. Back-to-back in as many days. Right down it, run, and that one. Whew. That was a nice little turn of events there in favor of Potsdam.
Nice miss.
That was point blank. Yes, nice miss indeed. In the left corner, Plattsburgh still on the attack. Peach out down there trying to dig that puck away. Everybody collapsing in to help out Ellie Zerflu, who has yet another save.
That's Sierra Wall again, working very effectively below the goal line. Couple of offensive chances for her below the goal line, coming out in front, taking a shot. Another one there, being able to withstand the check from behind the net and get the puck out in front as well. She's played a solid game here for the Cardinals this afternoon.
Bears finally worked the puck out, and it'll be poked into the Plattsburgh defensive zone. Why am I looking at the men's rosters here, Coach? What's up with that? Here comes Plattsburgh charging in on the right wing side. I turned around to pick up what I thought were the right rosters. There we go. This will help. Cardinals with Stum. Working right side and behind the goal she goes. McLean camping out front along with Morris. Stum all the way around to the left point. Cycles it down low. Morris down into the corner. Boy, this is a good cycling team, this Plattsburgh offense. And finally the Bears will clear. Before Thompson gets it here for Plattsburgh, she'll reset as support comes back for her. Tipped into the zone by McLean. Bears with a partial change. Cards the same. Calhoun off the bench, gets the puck. Can't get the shot through. Into the corner. For Norton, right point. They're scrambling a bit again here in the early stages of the second period. Side of the net. Back for Potsdam is Rebecca Holmes. Potsdam player without a glove. She'll get that one back. That was Keeley Town. Down the ice, and no icing here. And look at Norton just hustling back to outskate her opponent and get the puck up now for Calhoun. Enters the zone. Shot knocked down off the glove of Zerflu. Followed up out in front. Big juicy rebound there. But the Bears are going to get some help from Rachel Kane. Skating strong off that back line. And moves the puck all the way out to center. Bears dodging some more bullets. Still trailing 3-0. About 3.5 minutes into the second. Here at Maxi Arena. Potsdam with a tip back. This pass is going to be errant and out to center ice. Closest to it was Alessia Marandola. Will get it and move it back in before the Cards play it up and out. One strong down the left side. Cards changing up on the fly here. And that will enable Potsdam the opportunity to regain possession of the puck, but they're deep in their own zone and being handed up right there. Centering pass for the Cards. Katarina will keep it in on a weak backhand try from the center point. Still in the zone. Bears having a tough time clearing. There's Taylor Swamp. He'll jump in on that puck and still in the zone. Kind of hugging the blue line right there. The Cardinals will continue to apply the pressure with a centering pass, and now finally Potsdam will break it out. And they'll get the dump in. Bears need a change desperately with 15 and a half to go here in the second. Stretch pass off a stick at the Potsdam blue line into the zone. Bears on it first. Delaneve backtracks here for the Bears. Can't get the puck. Point blank shot, and that was a ringer off the crossbar. Bears out with it.
Really good look there. There's going to be a penalty on Plattsburgh, I believe. That's going to be number 7, Masada, going off. She's the one that just rung the goal post there. Beautiful shot. Waited for Zerflu to go down, just couldn't finish it off. And then coming back on the back pressure, takes the hooking call, and so she'll get a little chance to rethink the missed goal and the penalty that she took. So the Bears on the power play, 15:01 to go in the second period. Bears down by 3.
And a Potsdam face-off win on the power play. Here's Megan Tichow. Left point comes toward the circle, floats one down in front, cut off. Cardinals cannot clear. Here's a chance for Kaylee Merrill. Her shot knocked down. A good save right there by Nice. Nice well out of her net to her left. Bears get the puck back though. And will reset up along the blue line. 3 strong up there. Merrill looking for an opening. She scores! Kaylee Merrill gets the Bears on the board.
Well, who else but Kaylee Merrill? I mean, she had a couple of shots here earlier in the period. She was a little quiet in the first period, but boy, that was a power play marker for the Bears, and they needed it desperately. What a snipe. Almost standing on the face-off dot on the right side of the rink. That would be to the left of Nice. Beautiful power play marker. A snipe for Kaylee Merrill.
She picked her spot and picked it well. Just 26 seconds into the power play. Bears are on the board now, trailing 3-1. Chambers with a setup.
She's a top player. What a save.
Ball off the tip out in front. What a beauty of a stop on a beauty of a tip by Ivy Borick. Who else?
Who would have been looking for her third goal? But when you look at Kaylee Merrill, she's a top player on anybody's team as far as I can see. Tremendous offensive skills, great hands, great vision, hockey sense hockey IQ. Just a terrific power play marker for her.
All the way across North America from Wasilla, Alaska. Kaylee Merrill continues to be an impact player here at Potsdam. Here comes Carly Green. Bears on the rush. Shot toward goal. That got through and kicked aside here by Nice. I think that reached goal. Not credited yet, but sure looked like it did. Here's Megan Tichow. Weak backhander out in front. Swept away by Nice. Boy, she does like to get out of that goal, doesn't she?
Yes, she does.
Maybe the Bears can bait her out and create some open space. Bears have a pretty decent cycle going until Unsworth steps back and helps out the defense and pushes it down the ice herself. That's going to be icing against the Cardinals.
Little energy by that goal. A little pick-me-up. Kylie Merrill gets the Bears on the board. They're feeling a little bit better by themselves, about themselves. A little bit more energy, a little more sustained offensive time for them. So we'll see if they can hold on to that momentum as we get to the 13 minutes and 29 seconds to go in the second period.
Potsdam women's basketball team has lost, so they finish 1-1 at the Plattsburgh tournament, falling today to Cobleskill, and the men are about to lose. A minute to go, down by 13 in a high-scoring affair. We'll get you those finals a little bit later on. Still 13-13 to play here in the second. Bears have a power play goal after trailing 3-0 entering the period. It's now 3-1. Bears, you're right, Coach. They are skating much better here in the second period. As coming into the zone comes Megan Sheehan. Sheehan dumps it in behind the net. Giving chase there. A host of Bears. Tied up down in the corner. Marandola works it out of there. Good on her to stick with it. Now it's freed up into the corner. Thompson, lone player back there for Plattsburgh. They'll rip it along the backboards. And out it comes to center ice just barely from McLean. Taken away for a moment by Rebecca Holmes before Morris regains for the Cards. Morris enters the Potsdam zone. Into the corner, centers it. McLean had overreached. Couldn't get the shot on. Officials lost sight of the puck.
Morris coming down, getting her stick on the puck. But the play ended up being shut down for what reason I didn't see.
I think the official just lost track of the puck.
Maybe the net went off the mooring. So
face off to the left is Zerflu. Face off win for the Bears. Emily Delaney plays it up the wall but not out. Plattsburgh right out front. A backhander goal and reestablishing their 3-goal margin. That will be a goal from as close range as you can get. Riley Calhoun.
Riley Calhoun would come in. I think got a little bit, got Ellie moving from her left to her right and actually went back to that left-hand side and was able to put the fourth goal up there. Calhoun, as you call, little nifty backhand there. Turnover inside the Bears zone resulted in that goal.
So back to a 3-goal advantage for Plattsburgh, leading 4-1, under 12 to go, and there's another goal. That one is tipped about 10 feet out in the slot, up over the shoulder, no chance for Zerflu.
Benjamin shot the puck. I don't know if a Plattsburgh player touched it or if it was a Potsdam player, but nonetheless, it was a shot from Benjamin at the point quickly. We'll see what it is, but certainly under a minute, I believe, from the last goal. But, a redirect for sure. Nothing Ellie could do about that. Just a redirect into the top corner. 5-1, 11:49 to go in this second period.
All right, there is your call. 5-1 Cards. Approaching the middle portion of the second period here in Potsdam. After a 4-1 home win for Plattsburgh last night, they're up 5-1 here now with still better than half the game to play. Here comes Teach out. Shot deflected wide. Overskated in the corner by Josie Purdy. Bears will get it back. A chance toward goal. Cut off before it can get there. Krauseneck is on it. Clears but not out. Teach out. Turnaround try. Whistled one wide. And offside are the Cardinals. Or make that the Bears. With 10:57 to go, period 2.
5 o'clock game here this afternoon. Brockport Golden Eagles are in. Bears looking for their first win on the year. We'll be looking forward to that contest here beginning at 5 o'clock.
Off the face-off play at center ice, near side underneath us, wall into the zone. And there's Borick to take the puck. Feed it down low left circle. Cards can't get the shot away this time. Bears with another chance to clear, unable to do so. Play kept alive right out in front, and it's in the goal. They got Ellie Zerflu moving from her right post across to her left, and Ivy Borick has the hat trick.
Yeah, and Ellie Zerflu was the last person to be responsible for that goal. Ivy Borick came out of the corner, the deep corner, the far left corner from us, and just basically came right out in front, really unobstructed, and was able to just skate all the way over until Ellie didn't have any more leg space to cover the net, and she was able to just shuffle that in the far post for that 6th goal. I think we got the timeout.
We have a goalie change for Potsdam. Our first look this season at Hannah Barrett, the junior from Tonawanda.
Yeah, that's good to see Hannah Barrett. It'll be nice to get her, get her some game time. This will be her first game of the year. She was coming off injury and has actually come back a little quicker than they had anticipated. But she's in the net. And her sister, of course, is Sarah Barrett on the ice for the Bears as well. So we got a couple of sister acts going here for the Bears, don't we?
And we have had for years. Well, have we not?
Well, we have the Kane sisters, and certainly the Barrett sisters are here for the Bears.
Interesting that Madeline Adamich, the freshman from Mentor, Ohio, is listed second on the depth chart for goalies, but it's going to be Barrett coming in relief of Ellie Zerflew.
Madeline played last weekend against Buff State, if you recall.
With a solid victory, she was co-player of the week in the league along with Zerflew. 6-1 Cardinals. So Zerflew's day is done after about half the game. Barrett on in relief. Maybe that will spark this Potsdam defense to be a little more conscientious down in front of their netminder. Here's the puck into the Potsdam zone. It will be met there by Rachel Kane. Kane will bring it out to neutral ice. The Cards bring it in again. Emily Delaneve will give it off now for Kaylee Merrill. Here comes Merrill, 2-on-2, now 3-on-2 for the Bears, but the puck gets away. And here comes Unsworth. Unsworth, cross ice. The shot off the stick of Delaneve. This is going to stay in play in back of the Potsdam goal. Being manned now by Hannah Barrett. Toward goal cut off. When the Bears can get in those passing lanes or shooting lanes, they've been pretty effective. Shots on goal strongly in favor of the Cards. Are going to get another one here. Nice save by Barrett. Back to the shooter. And the Bears will work it out to center, but not any further in that. Belfour just dumps it in. Barrett lets it ride along the boards. Bears looking for a pass up ahead, but off the mark. That was deflected as the Bears were trying to hook up with Jane Rowell. And now a penalty.
Jane's going to go off for the body contact penalty. Good heavy check in there.
A 6-1 game, and Cardinals with the big lead are back on the power play. The Potsdam women's basketball team falls at Plattsburgh in their second round game of the tournament against, who they have, Cobleskill. And the Potsdam men have fallen to Morrisville 99-89. Bears led halfway through, but Potsdam gives up 60 points in the second half. You do that, you're going to probably lose most of those games. Off the Potsdam face-off win. Bears skating shorthanded once again. Down the ice it goes. Shorthanded bit for Green. Weak shot toward goal. Had to guard against the approach and positioning of Sierra Benjamin. Now Plattsburgh into the zone. They'll look for the setup. Olshansky, low slot. Olshansky gets the shot toward goal. That's deflected aside. Out of the corner right side now. Right point to left. Down in front, the tip toward goal. Somebody got a piece of that. Boric with her 3 goals on the afternoon, camping out down in front of the Potsdam goal, looking for more. Boric's still down there, getting her stick lifted, turns around, gets the shot away anyway. Good stop by Barrett right there on that quick turnaround try. Boy, she is a crafty player, is that Ivy Boric. Carr still with it. Drop back, left circle, shot, glove stop, and covered up. The rebound, that's Hannah Barrett.
Well, I tell you, Hannah Barrett's getting baptism under fire, and she's made 3 really, really good saves since she came in. Most recent one, point-blank shot. She's not tall in stature as is Ellie Zerflu, but she really had to stretch out and get that glove on it and hold on for the face-off.
7:37 to play, second period, 52 seconds remaining in the Plattsburgh power play. Off the face-off, won by the Bears, but they turn it back over. Out in front looking for another tip. That cups across the stick of Sierra Wall. Out to center ice. Mazzato will regain for the Cardinals, drifting to her left, now back towards center point. Shovels it over to Wasik. Wasik works it down right corner. Wasik will get it back at center point. Wasik, right side pass. Wall centering for Unsworth, drops it down low, looking for another tip that wasn't quite in position. They'll hold off the half wall now to the right corner, right out in front. Stopped there by Barrett off the shoulder, I think, this time. 5 seconds to go in the Plattsburgh power play. Mazzato wheeling. Into the corner goes the puck. Centered for Wasik, center point, right side. Cross ice, cut off on a nice read right there. Bears are out with it ahead for Carly Green, but off her stick. A little bit too hard was that lead. Carly Green wearing number 28 for Potsdam. That's how many shots the Cardinals have on goal with 6:25 to play in the second. 28-4 the shots. 6-1 Plattsburgh is your score.
Potsdam with only 3 shots in this period and 1 in the first period. Of course, unofficially as we look at it, the official score we know is 1 for Potsdam.
Cardinals bring it back in with Unsworth on the trail and Mazzato. Wall into the zone. She'll get a touch on the puck.
Carly Green is looking tired. She needs to get off the ice. There she comes.
And the Bears enter offsides. Rebecca Kane waiting on the near side, trying to dangle across the blue line. Thought that puck was going to be chipped in instead of carried in.
5:46 to go here. Cards lead at 6-1.
A face-off win for Plattsburgh from just outside their blue line. Bears will ship it ahead and in with Keeley Town. Tell you what, the Potsdam locals are playing pretty well this game and really all season long between likes of Keeley Town and Carly Green. We played on some pretty good teams coming up through high school and junior as well. Here's a shot on goal. Nees is going to cover that one up despite the fact that there were no Bears within probably about 3 good strides.
You know, I was just about to make comment that we hadn't seen much from Alex Quinn here tonight, and there she gets a good quick shot from the point, forcing that save and a shutdown in terms of play. Kept the face-off in the zone.
A face-off win for Plattsburgh. Wasik around for Thompson. D to D and back to the net. Up the wall. Here's trying to hold it in. They will do so momentarily. Still inside the zone. A lot of players on this puck. And here comes Jane Rowell. Rowell looks to center. Nobody home. Cards bring out center ice. Nice lead pass ahead. Gather down and back the net. Look at Quinn hustling back there for the Bears. She's taken down. No call. Cardinals will control up to the left point for Thompson. Settles, puts it toward goal. Big rebound after the first stop by Barrett. Second shot does not get through. Bears cut it off and lift it up ahead And Wasik dropping back in coverage defensively for the Cardinals will play it out center ice before we get a whistle right below us.
Bears wanting to get off the ice and get a change, almost got caught in that change, which would have sent the Cardinals in all alone, but able to, on their way to the bench, interrupt that play. So,
and we have a Potsdam penalty here.
I'm wondering if they're going to call too many players on the ice.
I think you're right. Rachel Kane is going to serve the penalty.
We'll see what that call is. But again, Bears trying to get off the ice. We are in that long change period, difficult against such a high-powered team as Plattsburgh when they get so much zone time to really get the change. You got to get it deep in the zone so you can get off. Transition very quick for Plattsburgh, doesn't often allow that.
So Plattsburgh back on the power play. There you go. You called it, Coach. Plattsburgh setting up on another power play. Wasik on a wide triangle. Out in front, side of the net. No shot available there. Bears will clear to the line, but not out. Wasik swings it left. Gets it back center point. Low left circle. Good puck movement as usual. Unsworth now to the right side. Fanned on. Bears get a chance to clear, and they are going to do so. In fact, it's going to be a carry out now here for Megan Sheehan. Sheehan, incidentally, not from Potsdam, New York, despite the family name.
Yeah.
And there are quite a few Sheehans who have played hockey in local Potsdam programs. Under a minute to go in the Plattsburgh power play. Wasik shot is blocked. And here comes Potsdam out with it. It's Josie Purdy. Now some support. Tries to get the shot away. It is off the mark and off a stick, as a matter of fact. Wasik was back there with her to cut off the angle. And Cards will regain possession and move it down the left wing side with Unsworth. Unsworth gets by for a shot that misses wide off the right post. 25 seconds to go in the Plattsburgh advantage. Leading 6-1 are the Cards here on Potsdam home ice this afternoon. Cards winning yesterday 4-1 over in Plattsburgh. Bears were hoping for a better outcome after a pretty well-played game in Plattsburgh yesterday, but Cards, since about the 3 or 4 minute mark of the first period, have largely controlled the play. Nice stop by Barrett there, kicking out that right leg.
Got a good look at that all the way. That puck was labeled for the far corner, and she made a terrific save. Another terrific save by Barrett.
A glove stop on Benjamin, then the rebound kicked out by that right leg again. And the Bears still in their own zone. Now they're going to get out of there. Here comes Megan Teachout one-on-one. Teachout gets by. Weak backhander on goal. And sitting on the puck is Nice.
You know, I think that made it through, and I thought I heard it hit a little iron back there, but it bounced square out and ended up under the pad of Nice. Good little one-on-one move for Megan Teachout as she came down the middle of the ice, went to her left, and was able to get a backhand away and force a good save by Nice.
Off the face-off, Plattsburgh puck. Riggy up the wing to the blue line, but not quite out. Plattsburgh will give second effort here and move the right side for Calhoun. She'll swipe it into the Bears defensive zone. Quinn gets there for the Bears down the corner. Keely Town out there as well, looking to help out if she's in position. Wasik passes it beyond the reach of Quinn. We're skating 5-on-5 now. Bears, you're right, Coach. They are looking to pack the slot, and they force a shot from fairly well outside. That's easily handled by Barrett.
Yeah, that was Thompson who got the shot away, and really a good hard shot, making it all the way to the net. Barrett has been very sharp since she's come into the game, making some very, very good saves here. 58.2 seconds to go in the second period. Cardinals lead at 6-1. Bears playing a bit better here as the second period wears on.
Well, can relax a little bit. Here comes a break. for Megan Teachout. Teachout in, scores!
Megan Teachout coming down the middle of the ice, just like she did about a minute and a half ago this time. And she had good back pressure on her. The Cardinal defender was bothering her all the way, came down straight on goaltender Neese, little bit of a fake to her left, went to her right, and had nothing but open net, but a good one-on-one move by Megan Teachout as she forces the goaltender to just stay frozen for that one moment as she went to her right and was able to finish it off.
And it didn't hurt that Carly Green was right there with her, about a half a stride behind. So Megan Teachout has Potsdam's second goal. It's now 6-2 with now 45 seconds to play in the second period. Play on here as a couple of players hook up with one another. One of them being Kaylee Merrill. Cards keep it in the zone. Teachout gets there, can't clear it off the boards and out. One more swat to her goal. Nice shot, stop on the rising shot there. Barrett handles that, swipes it, sweeps it toward the backboards now. Balfour will keep it. Dump it down left wing corner as Swamp pins her player to the glass. Out in front, pass cut off, and period comes to a close. That was a short horn.
Yes, it was, and a good momentum builder for the Bears as they get the final goal of that period to draw to within 4, a little bit of a marker for them, a positive note, if you will. Cardinals have not given up more than one goal in a game so far this year. This is the second marker for the Bears. Very skilled team by the Cardinals, but I'll tell you, the Bears have a lot of intestinal fortitude to really start to keep coming back, working very, very hard. There was a turnover inside the Bears zone that allowed the puck to come out and reach Megan Teachout. The second one that happened in about a minute and a half. This time Megan was able to finish it off and get the Bears on the board with the second goal of the game.
And for Megan Teachout, that is her second of the season, unassisted at 19-12. Now Cards put up 3, including Ivy Borick reaching the hat trick in the second period for the Cardinals. After 2 periods of play, Plattsburgh 6 and Potsdam 2. The two Potsdam basketball teams on the road in their respective tournaments this weekend. The men come up empty in the consolation this afternoon against the Morrisville Mustangs, losing 99-89. A little bit closer game on the women's side, but the women finish 1-1 at the Plattsburgh tip-off tournament as they fall, I think, by 7 to Cobleskill.
Bears, the Lady Bears here continue on next week, November 18th, as they play another league game against Canton. That is going to be here in Potsdam. And then on Thanksgiving weekend, it will be Jordan Mott returning to Maxey Hall. She'll be bringing her King's University team in here for a game on the 25th. That's Friday, and that is going to be a 7 o'clock start. And then at 1 o'clock on Saturday, there will be also a men's tournament that weekend. The Bears will be hosting Hamilton and Stonehill. The recent Division I move to Stonehill, still playing a mixed schedule, but they were supposed to come up last year, did not. One of the games were canceled, COVID related.
Right.
Back into the building next week. So a North Country Invitational, if you will. Canton and Potsdam will be playing Hamilton and Stonehill here in Maxey Hall. That's all on Thanksgiving weekend, but for now...
And those are fixed matchups, by the way, right?
Yeah, they're fixed matchups.
Yeah, so Potsdam will not play Canton because they have so many other games scheduled against them.
So they're going to be playing against, I'm not sure the first game, but they'll be playing Hamilton one game, Stonehill the next.
Alrighty. So I think you're pretty well caught up. We're working on the second period sets. We'll get those in a moment probably. with Potsdam trailing Plattsburgh by the score of 6-2. Cardinals outscoring the Bears 3-0 in that first period, including a power play goal. They would put up 3 more in the second, but Bears get 2 of their own. Megan Ticha getting the most recent, her second of the season, and the Bears' second of the game. And 6-2 after 2. Yeah, I like the way the Bears responded in this one after getting down 6-1. They keep at it. And it's that time of the season, Coach, where you're up against top flight competition. You might as well use the game as a teachable moment, I guess, as an opportunity as a team to play one of the best squads in the country. They happen to be in your own backyard, basically, and learn from it and really apply everything you learned going down the road in what is a long season ahead.
Well, there's no doubt about it. It's a standard of measure. You see who you are, where you are in comparison. Bears coming off a 2-win weekend here in Maxey Hall over Buff State and SUNY Oswego. Nice weekend for the Bears. Got a chance to see Ellie Zerflu get a win in that weekend. Also, the freshman goaltender, also Ademic, got a win last week. You see Zerflu playing last night in Plattsburgh. She got chased a little bit, if you will, this afternoon. Now we're seeing Hannah Barrett come in. She's done just a terrific job since she's got in there. All sorts of pressures that she's seen, but we're going to call some of these statistics right now. What do you have there? Did she?
I'm checking out how many saves Hannah Barrett had in a little over half a period. Yes,
she
stopped 13.
13 in that half a period. But as we look at the stats here, in this second period, it was the Bears who would get on the board at 5:25. Kaylee Merrill would pick up her 4th of the year. Olivia Chambers would get her first assist. That was a power play marker, and the Cardinals would come right back to stretch their lead out at 7:55. Riley Calhoun would get the even strength marker. Molly Rigg would pick up her first assist. Then again, at 8:11, very, very short time frame, if you will, Sierra Benjamin would pick up an even strength goal. Holly Schmelzer would pick up her second assist. Ivy Borick would come back and get her hat trick in the afternoon, 9:29 of the second period. That would be unassisted. The Bears would get that nice goal from Megan Teachout, an even strength goal. Carly Green would pick up the assist. That was a breakaway goal. Nice move, came in, got the goaltender moving, was able to put it in the open net. Shots on goal in the second period, 25 for the Cardinals and 8 for the Bears. 2-period total have the Cardinals out shooting the Bears 41-9. But as we mentioned, goaltender change in that second period after Ellie Zerflu had seen 9 shots in the second period, had given up 6 goals, albeit not all her fault, and we can make that very, very clear here. But an opportunity for a change, and Hannah Barrett came in, stopped all 13 shots that she saw in the second period.
And a number of those saves that she made, some pretty impressive ones at that. So 6-2 Cardinals after 2 periods of play. And again, the Potsdam basketball teams have both fallen this afternoon in their respective tournament action. The women lose to Cobleskill and the men lose by 10 in a high-scoring affair against Morrisville Mustangs. The Potsdam women now 1-1 after opening weekend. The guys dropped to 0-2 with a pair of second-half collapses defensively. And so the Potsdam men with some work to do as they'll be heading back the long trip from Western New York back here to home base in Potsdam. About 10 minutes before the start of our third period of play, let's break with our score after 40. The Cardinals 6, the Bears 2. Back in a few here on the SUNY Potsdam Bearcast. Welcome back to Maxey Arena, everyone. Warren Potter and the coach, John Horn. And Potsdam Bears women's hockey. This is the first of 2 games here on home ice this afternoon and into the evening. The men will be in action at 5 o'clock. We'll have that game for you here as well. And as well, we'll carry that game live locally on Mix 96.1 FM. 20 minutes up on the clock. Bears down 6-2. Bears got the last goal of this game.
Megan Teachout with that breakaway goal. As we were saying at the break there, the Bears are having a little bit of something to feel good about. That's their second goal against Plattsburgh. Plattsburgh's only given up 1 goal in their previous 3 games.
Lead pass is going to be deflected weakly on goal, which is occupied now to start her first full period by Hannah Barrett.
Plattsburgh 3-0 in the league. They're coming off victories, 2 against Morrisville, 6-1 and 7-1. A 4-1 victory last night against Potsdam, and certainly are in control of this game 6-2 here in Potsdam.
Big shot, top left circle. Broken up. Bears will pick it up and bring it out to center ice. Chopped away there before Potsdam trying to get it back. They will do so with Merrill in onside. Here's a screenshot from Rebecca Holmes, wide of the mark. Banked off the boards, but not out yet. Kept in at the left point by Merrill. And now Chambers will sweep it down low for Potsdam. The Bears look to establish a forecheck here, trying to get back into this one. Turn around, weak backhander off a skate and wide of the net. Bears setting up in back of the net. We got Plattsburgh clogging that almost like a cage of players built around their net. Down the ice it goes. Touched en route. The Bears turn it over. To the Cards with a backhanded shot on goal. Stopped by Barrett at the side of her net. Now they'll go the other side, a wraparound try. That doesn't get away. And out of the zone it is cleared. Wasik just dumps it back in. Cards check up. And are back in looking forward with Borick. She has the hat trick here today. She's playing like she means it. Here's Unsworth getting through for a shot up and over the net. Little wrister, she was trying to place top shelf. A little bit misplaced there, and the puck is out to center and down the ice. No icing here. Potsdam player again, Megan Teachout rubbed out of the play. Little over 2 minutes gone here in the third. 6-2 Plattsburgh. Out to center ice. Bears with good back coverage from Rachel Kane. We've been following college basketball. The Potsdam Bears teams both in action earlier today, both falling in their tournament action. In tight, there's a shot from Borick that gets denied by Sarah Barrett. Make that Hannah Barrett. And the Bears are out with it down the left side into the Plattsburgh zone, tied up down there. Norton can't get it, but the Cards clear out to center ice. Bears will reset D to D for Megan Sheehan. As a turnaround on this one, that lets Morris down into the action. Gets the puck, centers, cut off by Sheehan. Gets it right back. Kane looks it out now. Here comes Potsdam onside. Little drop pass there toward goal. Knocked away by Nice. A shot coming from Alessia Marandola. Now over in the corner. Bears work at it with Sarah Barrett. Around the boards, out toward the right point and out to center ice. Cards pick up, look to attack. Denied. Back away at center ice as Sheehan steps into it, backhands it into the Plattsburgh zone. Cards clear right back out. And now Barrett over to Sheehan, D to D. Sheehan, as her pocket picked, gets the puck back ahead for Emily Delaneve, who's been rather quiet here this afternoon, it seems. Delaneve now working down into the corner. As Merrill there with her, puck jumps off the boards and out to center ice. Bears will dump it back in. Check up off the delayed offside. Puck up for grabs here. Nice job here by Rebecca Holmes to keep the play alive. In behind the net, it will go. Off toward the right point for Olivia Chambers. And now we get a hooking call here. Bears are going to go on power play. No, actually it's going to be the Cards going on to power play. As finally the touch will be made here by one of the Bears. I thought for sure that was going to go the other way.
Well, it was interesting. Probably the guilty party is the one that ended up going down on the ice. So it's going to be a holding call against the Bears here with 5:27 to go in the third period. That is. Still waiting for somebody to go into the box.
So Krausenek and Boric, Benjamin et al. Out there on the power play for the Plattsburgh Cardinals. They win the faceoff but cannot hold at the right point.
That's Rebecca Kane who will go in for the holding call.
Now Potsdam with Carly Green on the shorthanded forecheck. She's as good as anyone at doing that. She keeps the puck down in the Plattsburgh defensive end of the ice. Still, and finally, it will come out. Here comes Krausenek, open to scoring in this one, and has another goal right there. What a blast.
Well, beautiful. And I'll tell you, she was bothered all the way down. I mean, she had to protect the puck with her body. She's a right-handed shot. No, left-handed shot, that is, coming down the left-hand side, being bothered on the inside, on the right-hand side, and she was still able to get a lot on that shot that beat Hanna-Bera up on the high on the glove side.
So that'll be the first goal allowed by Barrett in relief of Ellie Zerflu midway through the second. 7-2 now, and another power play goal for the Cardinals. Right now, standing as unassisted, Krausenek with her third of the year.
And her second of the afternoon. She got the first marker here early going. There's going to be another penalty. It looks like it's coming to Plattsburgh on the hooking call. Could have blown it about a couple of seconds early. That's why I had a little bit of a delay on who they were going to actually call on that penalty. It was obvious it was the hooking call. Going off for the Cardinals is going to be number 11 for them. That's Molly Rigging.
Oh, Bears go on the power play. With 14:37 to go in the third period, trailing 7-2, Megan Teachat off the Potsdam faceoff win. Here is Merrill, rifles one wide and high. Teachat left point, skating across for Chambers. Chambers waits off a body down in front. Wasik bodies it off into the corner. Bears will regather there. Chambers, center point, swings it left. Teachat is there. Wrister knocked down. That's off a Potsdam player. That's Rebecca Kane. She lost track of that. It'll be back for Teachat along the boards. Teachat being hounded there, gets away. Back for Chambers. Potsdam on the power play. Out in front. A missed tip down in front. Good try there. Rebecca Kane couldn't get the redirect. Into an open side of the net. Teachat. Cut back move. One-timer left circle. That's knocked away, I think, by Nice. Bears will play the rebound. Here's Merrill. Merrill skating around looking for an opening. Got to too tough an angle, and that puck was shot so hard it rings around the boards and all the way down the ice.
She was looking to go short side high, just missed that by probably about 6 inches, and a lot of power on the shot, as you say.
Teachat goes halfway down the slot before giving up the puck. Back to the point for Chambers. Liv skating with it. Slides it right. A chance here. Shot knocked down. Rebecca Holmes had the try, but off a body in front. Half a minute to go in the Potsdam power play, which has looked solid, but no goals as yet. As a result, here Teachat in backhander just wide left side, as she is knocked to the back wall by Balfour. Bears keep the puck in. 8 seconds to go in the power play. A rising shot wide of the mark and off a body into the corner. One more try here from the right side for Holmes. Holmes toward goal. The tip misses. The rebound just lifted wide left side by Megan Teachout. Penalty is over. We're back to 5-on-5. 12 and a half to go in the third.
Pretty solid power play effort for the Bears. Loose pucks around. Had some opportunities, just couldn't finish it off. But nice power play effort for the Bears.
All the way around. And for the entirety of it, really. Potsdam motoring in once again. Little drop pass here. A chance for Kane. She can get that puck to settle. Waits for some help. Taylor Swamp jumps into the play. Pushes it down low, left circle. Out of the corner comes the puck. On it for Potsdam is Mackenzie Martin. Bears dig it out of the corner. Potsdam still with it with Marandola. Marandola in the corner once again. Check that. That is Martin, number 18. Freezing the puck. Keeley Town steps in to try to free it up. It'll come free out toward the point, kept down low at least for a moment here by Swamp. Second chance for Taylor. Taylor's going to skate down, get tripped up, and that's going to get called. The Bears going to go back on the power play.
That was a good effort by Taylor Swamp coming down that left side from the point. Stick handling with the puck. She was tripped from behind. No doubt about that call. A little bit of chirping going on between the Cardinals and Taylor Swamp.
Now it's Emma McLean,
if you will.
Yes. Kendall Wasek in the box for Plattsburgh. Bears are back on the power play. Just like that. Trailing 7-2 here. 11-17 on the third period clock.
I'd like to see them pop another one here, no doubt. Sees good execution on this puck control as they move it around, but the Bears have shown good decision making with the puck here on the power play.
Bears' second power play unit out there right now to start off this player advantage. Holmes and a sliding, maybe a deflection there by Nolan, but Bears will keep it alive out the left point, across to the right point. Holmes once again. Top right circle goes center point. One-timer, left side. Good stop there by Nice. Right back to the shooter, but over her stick and down the ice. Bears better hustle back here, because here comes Borick. She with her hat trick here in this game. She completed that back in the second. Almost turned over to her again. 1:10 to go in the Potsdam one-player advantage. Now the Bears will finally get a hold of it.
That was a nice effort by Rachel Kane as she was able to fend off Ivy Borick going back, getting control of the puck and making a good decision on the breakout.
Rachel Kane again with the puck. Under a minute to go in the Potsdam power play. Trailing 7-2. Rachel Kane carries it in, and it's poked right back out down the ice.
Rachel Kane will be wanting to get a change. She's had a long shift out there.
Teachout trying to get away from Calhoun. Now slides it over, still in her own zone. Here's a stretch pass for Merrill. Left side in from the point, out in front, wide of the mark, short side. Off to the right point for Chambers now. 18 to go in the power play. Teachout to the left circle. Good pass back to Chambers. Right there for Teachout. Top of the left circle. Wrists one in wide. Penalty 5 seconds away from expiring down the ice. And that'll pretty much kill that off.
I'll tell you, who has been an absolute gem on defense, especially on the power play, but all night long really, has been Livia Chambers. She has played one terrific game. She's had a little spice to her game, and I'll tell you, she has moved the puck. Very impressed with the way she's played in her new position here at defense. Forward last year, if you recall.
Right. Meanwhile, Kaylee Merrill put one on. You heard probably the stick save by Nice. Here's a shot in. That's just wide from Teachout. She keeps trying to go short side and missing by about a half a foot. Teachout again, this time from the right side, goes a little further down the slot. In a crowd, rebound is there. They cannot sweep it home. 8.5 to go in the third. Still 7-2 Cardinals.
Nice effort there, trying to poke that rebound through for the Bears was Rebecca Kane. Couldn't quite get the stick on it.
Teachout skates one end to the other before giving up the puck on a backhanding attempt. Bears making some changes in on-ice personnel here. as the Cardinals bring it in. Now here's Taylor Swamp. Swamp will lead it ahead. Trying to catch it on the fly here is Mackenzie Martin. Overskates it, and it's lifted out of the corner. Here is Morris for Plattsburgh. Morris puts it right out in front. That was a last-moment redirect, and Barrett covers up with that left foot.
Boy, she was just able to get that. That was an excellent redirect there, just ever so soft. Good goal-scoring sense there by the Plattsburgh player, and Barrett had to be really, really skillful to keep that puck underneath her pads.
Out in front of the Potsdam goal again. Hopping around is the puck. Bears will push it to the wing and out down the ice. This will be icing against the Bears with 7:33 to go.
Albeit the score, the Bears have played very, very solid here in this third period. And at points throughout the whole game, they've been highly competitive here against this high-powered Cardinals team. But much impressed with the way they're playing this third period. Certainly help of a couple of back-to-back penalties on the Cardinals, power play advantages, but the Bears still, they've moved the puck with confidence, have made smart decisions, and have played a solid third period.
I will echo your sentiments. Here comes Potsdam. 3-on-3 out in front. They're looking for a tip of their own, but the stick got tied up. That was Megan Sheehan, last chance on that rush.
Best opportunity there was to get the puck to the trailer. Not able to do that. Tried to go across the goal crease. That was interrupted, but Sarah Barrett was in that trailing position, uncovered.
Battle for the puck in behind the Plattsburgh net. Two Potsdam players down. Puck being kicked along. And the Cardinals will carry out up ahead for Schmelzer. Schmelzer in behind the deer. Shot, she scores.
What a beauty. Number 3, Schmelzer.
Speed kills.
Short side, high snipe. No doubt about it. Just a beautiful, beautiful shot. Really, what are you going to say?
Is that what they call a goal scorer's goal?
Yeah, you just got to tip your hat to that one. I mean, it's just going to come in. Pretty good positioning by Hannah Barrett, but a little bit too much net available, and she certainly saw it. That was right up where the guy Rick Jenneret used to say for the Sabres, right up where Mama keeps the cookies.
Rick Jenneret said a lot of stuff, didn't he?
Up in the top shelf, that's for sure.
Here's Mazzotti in screenshot. Stick to side. It was wide anyway. So with 6.5 to go in this game, is now 8-2 Plattsburgh. Cardinals looking to remain unbeaten through their first 4. And the Bears looking more and more like their early season record is going to settle back to 500 at 2-2. As Plattsburgh charging in again, open net off a bank off the backboards. But the Bears are able to work it down ice. A good backhander there from just outside the Plattsburgh blue line by Jane Rowell. Poked away there. A nice play by Rebecca Holmes, the sophomore. She really plays like a leader. Now a turnover to Merrill. Merrill out in front, short side shot. She is knocked down following that save, and that's going to be an interference call against a Plattsburgh player. Another power play for the Bears.
Yeah, it was Merrill just ran out of geography there. I mean, by the time she got the puck, she was almost right on top of Nice, and just really didn't have any room to make a shot. She tried to go up high, and then got interfered with as she tried to get the rebound.
So into the box for Plattsburgh goes their number 5, Sierra Benjamin. Bears back on the power play. See how they do with this one. Chambers, Teachup. Top power play unit out there for the Bears to start off this extra skater advantage. One-timer, nice one-timer there, just missing wide left by Sarah Barrett. Bears keep it alive. Here's Barrett to Chambers inside right point. Skates toward the circle, knocked down in front, turnaround toward goal, and that I think went maybe between the skates of Nice and out the other side. From center ice, Bears bring it in again for its clear back. promising looking rush there from Rebecca Kane. Snuffed out. Bears will lead it back in again for Teachout. Now Rebecca Kane. Kane lower left circle. Waits. Teachout top the circle. Teachout wheeling. Switches spots with Chambers. Down low. Tip toward the low slot by Merrill. Taken away by the Cards down the ice.
Good effort by Teachout. Thought she was going to give a drop pass to Chambers. Chose to hold on to it. Ran into some coverage over on her offside. And Cardinals were able to clear the zone.
35 seconds ago in the Potsdam power play. Trailing 8-2 with just over 4 minutes left. Off the ice, off a stick, on goal. Nice will cover that one up. And the Bears will get an O-zone face-off. 25 seconds to go in their power play. 4:04 in the game.
Bears going to make a little bit of a change here on their staffing, if you will, their personnel. See Alex Quinn come out. Also, Rachel Kane back on the point.
But it's going to be the Cardinals first on to puck off the face-off. Down the ice, they'll dump it. They're going to send two in on the shorthanded forecheck. Calhoun heading toward the net. Wall there with her. Calhoun will pick up the puck in the corner. And Plattsburgh with a good forecheck is going to kill off the remaining seconds of this penalty. We're back to 5-on-5. Well, Bears again with a couple of decent looks on that one skater advantage. 3.5 to play here. Wall being hounded by Holmes. Puck comes free for Rachel Kane. Rachel Kane, strong move into the zone, now peels back. Kane for Swamp. Weak shot toward goal, knocked away at the last moment. Diapor can get on goal. Bears controlling play here. In off the bench comes Megan Sheehan as the puck is going to be headed in her direction on a 2-on-1. Unsworth, and a good play there on the back check by Megan Sheehan to deny Unsworth a clear shot on goal. Or a clear pass across to the flanker, for that matter.
Wide receiver.
Yeah, pretty much. Love that. This crossover season time of year, right? Now baseball is over with, but hockey well underway at pretty much all levels. Except for high school, that'll be coming up soon enough. And speaking of high school, the Messina Red Raiders football team in action. First round state play today, but they were down big at last check to Peru. And it has gone final, Peru 44, Messina 16. So the Raiders season is over. Governors continues. They got a first round win over Saranac Central last night, 14-3. So they'll move on in state play.
Now Messina, Section 10 champion, I believe, after that victory over Ogdensburg.
Yes.
Nice job by Taylor Zappia and crew down there to get the Messina football program rolling.
Yeah, they had a good season. Opened up on the road at Ogdensburg with a 1-point loss in a high-scoring affair. 50-49, I think, was the final now.
They lost a game to Malone by 2 points, and then came back and beat Malone decisively.
So good on the Red Raiders for a solid football season. And again, Governors will continue. They got the victory over Saranac Central last night. Minute and a half to go in our hockey game here. And earlier in the game, that would have been called a trip, but now there's a minute 20 to go. And play continues on, and the Bears will not go back on the power play. Calhoun brings it in for the Cardinals. Shot right on goal. Nice kick save with the left pads there. Here's Megan Teachout, one against the world. Can't get through. Puck to the end boards with a minute to go. Cardinals up by 6. 3 in the first, 3 in the second, a couple more here in the third period. Clear it out to center ice. Josie Purdy has that puck get away from her. Backtracking is Holmes. Olshansky That goes off the pipe, I do believe. And out to center ice, half a minute to go. Wasik will just lead it back in. Cardinals check up off to the late offside. Chambers now for Holmes. Holmes will bank it out to the waiting Carly Green. Green coming in. Puts it out in front. Bears unable to get the shot away. Under 10 to go. Cardinals up ice with Mazzata's shot. Sailing wide to the right of the mark. Side of the net. They jam at it as the horn sounds. And the Bears get in there, make sure they are protecting their netminder, Hannah Barrett. Players separated. Game over. Cards win.
Yeah, and again, you probably, if you're going to visit your local bookie, you probably would figure that that the Cardinals were going to come in here for a win. They showed really flashes of their brilliance and their skill level. There's no doubt about it. But listen, the Bears, I think, showed flashes of their skill level going forward. Saw some excellent goaltending at both ends by all three goaltenders here. Saw some nice play by some Potsdam forwards and players. The Kane sisters did a great job making teach out. Very impressed with Olivia Chambers playing here this afternoon. Of course, Kylie Merrill does her thing every game in, game out. So a lot to build on here for the Bears as we await the statistics. And as we mentioned before, I think the Bears are going to be moving on to play SUNY Canton on November 18th. That's going to be a 3 o'clock start here. And I think the Bears will, the men's team is in town as well. I'm not sure against who. We'll have to take a look at that. But so we'll have a busy weekend next weekend as well.
Indeed, we will. And Thanksgiving weekend is going to be busy for us too. So your final score here.
I was going to say they're trying to get a lot of games in because, as we were talking about before, World University games are coming in here. So the women are playing a considerable amount of home games here, and then they are basically history in the second half of the year.
Well, I guess they're better to get their legs wet, their feet wet. Yeah, that's it. Get their feet wet here with a lot of action on home ices. This team really is starting to come together. You can see that. You've seen it. You've mentioned it. This is a new team that's developing as a unit and again showing signs of some pretty good hockey play as a team. So 8-2 though, the final here this afternoon. The Bears drop a pair here on the weekend, the home and home to the Plattsburgh Cardinals to settle back to 2-2 on the Young campaign.
As we look at the statistics for this game, in the first period at 7:50, the Cardinals will get a pair of power play marker from Sarah Kruznek, and she would be supported on the assist by Ivy Borick, second of the year, and Sierra Benjamin. Ivy Borick would get a marker of her own, an even strength goal for the Cardinals, put them up 2-0 at the time. Sierra Wall would pick up the assist. At 13:22 of the first period also, Ivy Borick would get her second in a row. Sarah Krausnek would get her 7th assist. Benjamin would pick up her 7th assist at that time. In the second period, the Bears' power play marker for Kaylee Merrill came at 5:25 of that period. Livia Chambers picking up the assist. But then the Cardinals would rattle off 3 in a row. At 7:55, it would be Riley Calhoun for Molly Riggi. And also at 8:11, it would be Sierra Benjamin with Holly Schmelzer. And then again at 9:29, Ivy Borick would complete the hat trick with the assist from Nicole Unsworth. The Bears would get back in the game slightly at 19:12 with Megan Teachout ending that period with an even strength goal, Carly Green picking up the assist. But then 2 goals in the third period, 5:01, had Krausnek getting her third goal. Maddie Norton would pick up the assist, and Schmelzer would come down, finish the scoring for the Cardinals. Beautiful snipe on the left-hand side, high short side, Molly Riggi and Taylor Taya Balfour picking up the assist. Shots on goal in the third period had the Bears out shooting the Cardinals 10-6. Game total 47 shots for the Cardinals, 19 for the Bears. Ellie Zerflu would finish with 22 saves, Hannah Barrett would finish with 17, and Lillian Neese would finish with 17 saves for her day's work.
With the win, Plattsburgh improves to 4-0 overall and in league plays. Potsdam slips back to the 500 level after 4 games, 2 wins and 2 losses. Those are both overall and league marks. So, a non-league game coming up for the Bears. We mentioned over against the SUNY Canton Kangaroos. That's coming up soon. And we'll wish them well as the season unfolds for the Potsdam women's hockey team. Good efforts this weekend, but they really ran into a Plattsburgh team that was really, I think, after playing what was a relatively close game yesterday on Plattsburgh's home ice, I think Plattsburgh really wanted to come out here this afternoon and really reassert their prominence and their dominance. In a lot of ways they did, but Potsdam showed a lot of resilience too.
Yeah, I think, certainly sustained quality you'd see from Plattsburgh, as you would expect. But we saw flashes of real solid competitiveness by the Bears. The score was standing here. There were times in this game where you could really see, and speaking honestly here, really see the potential that this club has. When they come together a little bit more and move the puck a little bit more as units, not quite as much individual play, move the puck a little quicker, which they will do because they have young players getting used to the speed of the game. I think you'll see this Potsdam Bears team really start to establish themselves as certainly a playoff competitor and one of the better teams in the league.
I think you are right. I wholeheartedly agree. So 8-2 Plattsburgh over Potsdam here this afternoon in women's hockey action. We are a little under an hour away from men's hockey play. It'll be the Potsdam men hosting Brockport State. 5 o'clock opening face-off is the schedule. We'll be back with that game here on the SUNY Potsdam Bearcast and also locally on Mix 96.1 FM. Till then, till we speak to you again in about an hour's time. For the Coach John Horn, I'm Warren Potter. Thanks for joining us here on the SUNY Potsdam Bearcast as the Bears fall to Plattsburgh in women's college hockey this afternoon by the final of 8-2.